You ever hear somebody in recovery say, yo, I'm just living life on life's terms, and think to yourself, okay, but what does that mean? Because if it means overdue bills, heartbreak, traffic jam on Monday, I want to renegotiate my contract. Well, stay with me, beloveds, because we are going to decode that phrase and find the freedom that's hidden inside of it. Hello, my beloved friends, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy. I'm Sunshine Daye. And let's start off with that phrase that you've probably heard 1,000 times in your recovery or just anywhere in life, living life on life's terms. And for years, I thought that it just meant to suck it up and don't complain because that's just how it is. And I don't know about you, but that is not spiritual freedom. It is resignation with a smile. Because living life on life's terms isn't about giving up, but it is about waking up. Wake up, beloveds. It's not passive acceptance. It's spiritual partnership. It's saying, okay, life, I see what you're dishing out. Now, how do I meet this moment with presence, power, and love? And when I'm talking about presence, power, and love, I'm talking about capital P presence, capital P power, capital L love, which means God. How do I meet this situation with spirit, with spiritual truth, and knowing exactly who I am? And for many of us, especially those of us in recovery, we want control because control feels like safety. I want to be safe and I want to be able to control things. But like Byron Katie says, she says, when you argue with reality, you lose, but only 100% of the time, which means always. We always lose when we argue with what already is. So the practice is to stop fighting and start seeing what's true. And I do this because this is what might present itself, but behind it is a spiritual truth. And we got to be able to start learning how to see what is true, because knowing that isn't enough. Transformation happens when it's embodied, when we practice it, when we breathe it, when we live it. Ernest Holmes even says that we're not punished for our sins, we're punished by them. And that just simply means that it's not the event that hurts us, but it's the resistance to what is that continues to hurt us. And when we're talking about living life on life's terms, it's not an obstacle, it's an invitation. And so that reframe, that turning it around, actually sets us up and puts us in a position to begin to create the life that we crave. Now, it is an invitation to shift our perception from why me to what's seeking to be revealed as me, through me, right? Because life is not happening to you. Life is happening as you. My life is a life of spirit, individualized. Your life is the life of spirit, individualized. Remember that you are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that spirit is showing up in human form. And when you remember that your life is the life of spirit, right here, right now, in every moment, in every instant, in every curveball, it all becomes a sacred course, a sacred moment. And that's what I call the divine plot twist. It's where acceptance meets creation. It's where acceptance, so this is what you're dishing out. What can I make from this? It's kind of like those cooking shows, right? Where you open up this mystery basket and this is what you have. These are the ingredients and it's time for you to make a meal. You could easily throw your hands up and go, what is this? No, I don't want this. I don't want to deal with this. Give me something else. No, it's what's in your basket, beloved. Make a meal, make it happen. And this is where the fun begins, because Michael Beckwith, my beloved brother and friend and teacher, he says, pain pushes until the vision pulls. And here is where we have to create and cultivate the vision, one that pulls you out of resistance and into the flow of life. So let me just suggest, if I may, a simple practice to help embody trusting life and really taking this sacred pause. It's called sacred pause. And the next time that life is lifing and that life hits you with something that's unexpected, before you react, pause. Just pause and take a deep breath and say to yourself, this too is the life of spirit. You lose a job. This too is the life of spirit. There's traffic. This too is the life of spirit. The kids ain't acting the way you want them to. This too is the life of spirit. A beloved one dies. This too is the life of spirit. And let that spiritual truth, let that truth rearrange your perception, shift your perception so that you can meet what is happening without resistance, and that you might open up the field for divine insight, so that divine insight guides you. And this, beloved, is where transformation starts. So the next time you say, WTF does life on life terms mean? It means stop wrestling with life. Stop wrestling with the waves and learn how to surf them. It means accepting what is and not staying stuck, but to create from it. I think it was Connie Mendez that said, you don't have to believe, you just have to try the experiment. So don't take my word for it. Try the experiment. Try the sacred pause. This too is a life of spirit. So this week, practice that sacred pause and watch how your life begins to shift. Remember that you are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent, powerful way that spirit shows up in human form. And that's the good news, because life isn't against you. Life is expressing as you. Again, my name is Sunshine Daye. This is a spiritual remedy. And if it resonates with you, I'm simply going to invite you to share this with someone who you think could use this message. Like and subscribe. Set off that little alarm, because every week on Wednesday, there's a new show dropping. And every week on Friday, there's a meditation created especially for you. If you want more information, visit our website, vidaslc.org, and there you'll be invited into membership. You'll be invited to check out all the free resources that are available to you. And as always, if you need additional support, please call upon me. I am here to support you on your road, that road where spirituality and sobriety and recovery intersect for your highest and best. Until the next time, know that you are loved. Ciao.